Hey, welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. We're in our steel building here, and I wanted something really nice to help me raise up my tractor, my Ranger, my Razor, and this portable hydraulic jack, this air-driven jack, I think is going to fit the purpose. Sorry about the background noise. We're building a second steel building for other equipment. So let's open this up and take a look. This is a Harbor Freight tool. I purchased it with a 20% coupon. And we'll just take it apart, unbox it, and take a look at what we've got. The handle, look, it comes with some additional O-rings. That's really nice. And seals. We'll take a look at those. Looks securely packaged. And we'll just take it out of the box. So we'll take the jam nut off, run the rod through here. This will go into this position such as that. And we'll just go right ahead and put it in a vertical position, which I think will help us. So we've taken the 5mm hex or Allen key out of there. Allen screw. There that goes. That connects. It's nice. And then we will put the jam nut on here and then thread this in so that this lever works. So I took the handle off because it's a lot easier to thread. This rod, and then we'll just get an open end wrench and tighten up the jam nut. Yeah, so this is a 14mm wrench, 14mm nut, and there we got the jam nut, and then you can see this bar retracts. That will change its position when we position it here. Okay, let's put it together. Again, we want the cylinder to go through the small opening here, and the main part of this to go in here. There we go. So we'll put it in a vertical position. There we go, and then we can tighten down this. I put the jack down to the floor, and then tightening this up. This is a 17mm screw. So basically it's together, but now we need to mount the adapter that holds or the adapter plate that holds the adapters, and it's held in place with 2 U-bolts. They basically go here. We're going to add some washers to those, which didn't come with it, but I wanted some washers and some nuts. We'll tighten those down and be right back. So the first adapter that I put on is this really large one, which I think I'll use quite a bit. But it also comes with these 3 other adapters, and they fit in these nice rubber grommets. And they're with you all the time, so if you need to change it, you got it ready to go. And then they're held in with a cotter pin, which is probably unnecessary, but we'll leave them in there. put some air to it and watch it work. Okay, the maximum PSI is 120. I've got it hooked to 90. We're going to close the valve and we're going to engage the lock here and watch it go. See, it's rising up. It's working very well. And we'll just stop it. We'll release this valve and it should go down just like it does. Well, that's great. Put it to use and see if we can lift up the Ranger and other devices we've got here. And again, this is a nice vertical position for easy storage. This thing really moves around nicely and it's not too high. So I think this is going to be really good. All right, so let's give this a whirl. I've got the air compressor set at 120, which is the maximum operating pressure they recommend. We'll hook this up. And one thing you need to note is that the height of this is such that it won't go under really low clearance vehicles. But this Ranger has good clearance. We'll adjust this a little bit. Get this to go underneath the center. Yeah, right there. We'll tighten this up so it's closed, and we'll do some lifting. And you can lock it right here and just let her be. So it's going up now. And you can see, up goes the Ranger. 22 tons is 44,000 pounds. That's the suggested maximum. That's the capacity. Well, this Ranger weighs what? 3,000 or 4,000 pounds, and it's doing it pretty easily. Lifting it well. All right. Once you've got it lifted, you can secure it with floor jacks and other things for safety. And then to lower it back down, we release this lever counterclockwise slowly. And there she comes down. Great. And if we wanted to lift it higher, we could have used this extension or put a block under that, etc. Okay, let's lift something heavier. Again, we got this at about 120 psi. I've got the tractor on. You should not get below this boom. You never know, the hydraulics can fail, so I'm trying to stay at a safe distance away. I've got it under the yoke. And let's see if we can lift this. There it goes. Yeah, the tires are off the ground, so that's pretty nice. And again, once it's raised, wheel or floor jacks, etc., and then just a very slow release should set it down nicely. And you can see I put the little extended adapter here and took the large diameter off. So it can lift heavy, it can lift a lot of weight. It can lift the front end of this tractor. So this uses quite a bit of air. You can hear the air compressor in the background. When I was using it, it bled down the my large two-stage 80-gallon tank down to about 90 psi. So that was interesting. We were 120 to 90. Anyway, it's recharging. So this thing can lift the front end of this Kubota L 6060, which is a very heavy tractor because we've got wheel weights. All 4 tires are filled with calcium chloride. Got a big heavy 4-in-1 bucket, etc. So that's the review of the Pittsburgh 22-ton air hydraulic floor jack. I think it's a good device. 22 tons is a lot of weight, 44,000 pounds. And it does use quite a bit of air, so you have to stay on it. The maximum air pressure recommended is 120, so I had to throttle down my air compressor, which runs between 150 and 175, but that's fine. It does come with 4 of these adapters, which are quite nice. They're all lightly oiled, so there's no rust. It's a pretty robust item, very strong steel handle, cast iron pieces in here. It's very adjustable. You can lower it all the way down so you can put it underneath, you know, whatever you're trying to lift up. But I think it'll be a good addition. The beauty of it is that you can just hook it to your air line. You're not pumping, and this has got some pretty darn good capacity. You can really put this baby far inside, far underneath something really big. So I think that gives us quite a bit of versatility, which is nice. So thank you very much for watching. I think this device is worthwhile. And hopefully we'll get years and years of service out of it. So if you wish, please subscribe, please click like. Comments are always welcome. I appreciate those. If you get one of these, I think you'll be pleased. I think it'll work well for you. So as always, Adventures with Dr. Joe, stay safe.